Hello and welcome to my awesome health journey. I have to be honest with you, this has been a great week of personal milestones for me. It's always good to have these non-scale victories. If you remember, if you watch my videos, I talked about these clothes were pretty loose. So I finally put on some 5Xs that my dad gave to me that for some reason didn't fit me, maybe because they weren't DXL, which are very loose in their 5X, and I actually put them on and they fit decently well, still a little snug on the lower stomach to wear consistently, but I also tried some DXL 3Xs and they fit pretty good. So I am becoming kind of happy with my body in that regard. I mean, those non-scale victories feel awesome. Being able to put on those shirts and notice that they do feel like I could wear them. If I didn't have any other shirts, I would be wearing the DXL 3Xs and at least one of the two 5Xs that my dad gave me, which are just snug on the belly. I don't know how they're 5X, to be honest. Also, so far, this is marathon month, so it's more been longer runs and such without a lot of hills. I mean, there are sometimes some hills at Orange Theory, but that means my average has increased 3.26 miles per hour per workout this month. It might go down next month when things switch up a little bit, but in comparison to last month's, let me set this up for a second. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was going to talk about this, but compared to last month's 3.17 and the month before's 3.0, this kind of improvement is good. In fact, I did an experiment last month on Tuesday. I did 3.5 miles per hour for a full 10 minutes, which felt great that to be able to do that. I mean, last year 3.5 was my 30 seconds. Let's push it as hard as I can, and now I was able to do 10 minutes, which led to Thursday, which was the mile, and for me as a power walker, a half mile. And the cool thing about that is I thought, let's go for it. Let's do 3.5 for the entire mile, but and Josh, the coach, said, why don't you push it? So I decided, let's do 3.6 and see if I can do that for the 8:30-ish it would be. It was about 8:34 with that 3.5, so it would lower it down. And so I did it, and I was pushing, and I was noticing with like 4.3, the last 0.1 that I still had enough energy, and I just did for a couple of the last minutes, I did 3.7 and 3.8, and the last 30 seconds, I was up by 4.2, and I was done. And the cool part is, in my opinion, is the realization that I felt like I left some on the floor. I was able to push harder, and I didn't, which I think was a good thing, because that means I'm a little bit stronger than I thought I was. Because I didn't want to push myself so hard, so I had to slow down. I've done that with the 12-minute a couple times, and I didn't want to do that with the mile, because my goal was to get, my number one goal is to get under 9 minutes, because last time I did it, I did 9 minutes and 30 seconds, and my goal then was just to get under 10, because the time before that was 10 minutes and 52 seconds, and I went way beyond that. So my goal this time was, of course, to get under 9, but maybe beat it by a minute, because it's been over a year since I've done the mile. I've just kind of been missing the other ones. Either have been for like I was going to do the mile, but something came up that day, or it's on a Wednesday. So it's been a year and 3 months since I did it, and I improved my half mile by a minute and 22 seconds, which was great. I mean, yeah, that made me really happy. If I can improve by a minute a year until I start doing the mile, I can start doing the mile in roughly, 2 years? Yeah, because next year it'd be 6 something, and the year after that would be 5 something. So after that, I think I should be able to start doing the mile and actually start jogging a little bit. Which, my entire, one of my Orange Theory goals is eventually to do a 10-minute mile, which is 6 miles per hour. And so if I continue to do that, maybe by 51, 52, I'll be able to do that. So that makes me really happy. And another cool thing that happened was I went to Ren Faire on Saturday, which is super fun. But it is a lot of walking. I got on my thing at Ren Faire. I got 10,000 steps just walking around for 5 hours. But the really cool thing is I've been to Ren Faire 2 years ago and last year. And both of those times I had to, especially 2 years ago, was stop a lot. Because, my back would hurt or my right leg falls asleep a lot. That's always been an issue of mine, one that I really haven't really told any doctory type people. But my right leg would fall asleep, especially when I stood and I walked. And so last Saturday, so yesterday, I did the Renaissance Fair, and not once did I have to stop. Not once did I have to stop. I mean, yeah, I didn't walk for 5 hours straight. I sat down to eat lunch. I sat down to eat again. I watched a nice little show. I tried to watch A Strong Woman again, but then got bored. Basically, if you see her show once, it's good enough for me type thing. And I was also ready to leave. I mean, when you're there by yourself, going there for like 4 hours, 5 is enough. I was just ready to leave. But I wanted to, so I made sure I saw all the booths, which is the important thing for me, because I like looking at the booths and seeing the things people wear. You don't have to go into each one and look at it. I like to go into some of them, the ones that have interest to me. But I was just saying, at no point did I have to sit down because I was tired. But it was also hope that it wasn't super hot. I remember last year I got probably a little heat stroke, a little bit. But this year it was a nice day. But even if it had that, as long as I stayed hydrated, I would have been fine. And I fully believe that if it was hot this year. And it was just awesome to be able to do that. It's nice to go somewhere and not have like your body fight you and you have to like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to make sure there's some place to sit, I have to scan or ask someone in their booth, I'm sorry, but I have to sit down, can I use your desk, like I've had previous years. That felt great. So this has been a very good week for me physically, of just showing like all this hard work and dedication has shown benefits. This entire process has shown that, and I'm very proud of what I've been able to accomplish and what I've been able to do. I can move better, I feel better, and I know I have a long way to go to get to where my goal is, but I do believe if I'm able to keep on this track, I will be able to get there. And that's just a nice feeling to finally, I finally feel just fine. I finally feel just fine. And I can just go out and not have to worry about my body, which feels good. And still going to keep on going strong and everything. But anyways, that's enough of me talking about me. I love you for who you are. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support. And as always, you are worthy.